Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the Lakers' victory yesterday, 138 against the Utah Jazz in Utah. And with this victory, the Lakers closed the week with two victories and zero losses. And the Lakers finished with a record of 30-26. And in this moment, they are in the they will finish and they are in the ninth place in the West Conference. They are in this moment in the playing zone. But the good news is that the Lakers are just one or two games behind the sixth game, and three games behind the sixth game. So the Lakers they need to continue to keep winning to try to qualify to playoffs directly because how are we seeing how are the playing? It looks like that this year will be tower to qualify to pass the playing tournament because they are gonna to qualify better teams. So about this game, the Lakers started winning the game where the game was very close in the first quarter, but in the last minute the Lakers closed better the quarter where they won the quarter 34-28. They had a 6 point lead, and in the second quarter the Lakers started to win. They increased the lead where the Lakers had a 14 or 15 points difference of leading the game. But the problem was that in the last 5 minutes of the first quarter, the Utah Jazz closed better the quarter, and they outscored the Lakers 41-36, and the Lakers just they leading in the halftime by 1 point difference, 70-69. In the third quarter, the game was like the last minutes of the second quarter where the game was very close, where the difference was always 2 or 3 point difference, where sometimes the Utah Jazz take the lead and another times the Lakers take the lead. But the big difference was that the Lakers closed better the quarter, where in the 4 minutes of the end of the third quarter, the Lakers increase play his best basketball of the game. They create that big gap that was enough to win the game. The Lakers outscored the Utah Jazz by 15 point difference, 38-23. The Lakers were leading in the end of the third quarter, 108-92. The Lakers were leading by 60 point difference, and with this gap, the Lakers in that moment won the game. In the fourth quarter, the Lakers keep that difference between 15 to 10 point difference, and in the end the Lakers could get the victory. They in the fourth quarter they tied 30-30, and the Lakers won the game 138-122 by 16 point difference. About the overall statistics, the Lakers threw for a 57.1 percentage of field goal. This was great, and they just allowed that the Utah Jazz threw for a 48.5 percentage. What happened in the three points made? The Lakers scored for 14 triples, and they allowed 14. But this is very great that the Lakers score more than 10 triples per game. And in the paint, it was very close, where the Lakers won it by 6 point difference, 66 to 60. And about the individual statistics, there is something that we need to talk about. The best player here was Anthony Davis, that made another double with 37 points and 15 rebounds. This is a great game. Was a very great game for the Lakers because LeBron James didn't play the game. Also, he didn't travel to Utah. I don't know why. Maybe he's injured, but in my opinion, this is load management. And something to put something important here was that Rui Hashimura had a tremendous game, the best game that he's had since he's a Laker players 1 year ago, where he scored a season career high with 36 points, and he played an amazing game. Austin Reeves that scored 22 points. Sorry, 22 points. D'Angelo Russell that made a double with 11 points, but 11 assists. This was a tremendous performance with 17 assists. and Spencer Dinwiddie with 10 points. So something that I have liked about the Lakers in the last game is that they have improved a lot in basketball level, and they are playing great great basketball. And since February we have 15 days here for February of this year. The Lakers have a record 6-1, so they are starting to play. They are playing a very great basketball level in the best moment of the season. So in this moment, the Lakers are in the ninth place. You can see here they have a record at 30-26. You can see that there is one game difference for the Kings, two against the Mavericks with seven in the seventh place, and three games different from the fifth place. You can see here that this is very close from the fifth to the ninth place. But for example, from the one to the four, there is a lot of gap. So the Lakers, they need to focus to keep winning, and they can reduce the gap between the fifth place to the ninth place. You can see here that the Lakers have three consecutive victories, and they have won 7 out of the last 10 games. So this is amazing. So what's next? Well, I told you this was a short week because tomorrow will start the NBA All-Star Weekend, where tomorrow we play the sophomore against the rookies, and the famous, I don't know, something about that. And the Saturday will be the skill games, 3 points, the run or three teams. I don't know one more, and we'll finish tomorrow. No, the Saturday with the NBA Slam Dunk contest, and we'll finish the Sunday with the game between the East and against the West. To be honest, in my opinion, for me, I don't like the any All-Star game from any American sport, from the soccer, baseball, football, and basketball, because this is a very boring game. So the Lakers will rest 1 week, because the NBA will rest from tomorrow to the Wednesday, where the game will start to play the next Tuesday in 7 days, in February 22nd, where the Lakers will play the next week three games. The first game will be the next February 22nd, where the Lakers will travel again to San Francisco, where they will play against the Golden State Warriors at 22 o'clock Eastern time. Remember that these two teams played 3 weeks ago, where they play a tremendous game, maybe the best game of the season, and the best game for the Lakers in this year, in this season, because the Lakers and Warriors play two overtimes, where the Lakers in the end could get the victory, 145 to 144. In this moment, both teams are very close. You can see here that the Warriors have been playing a very great basketball in the last month. They have won 7 of the last 10 games. In this moment, they are in the 10th place. They have a record 26-26. You can see here they have 4 games less played. So this will be an interesting game. So I think that the game will be the same that this first game, where the game will be very close. But I think that the Lakers will win this game by 3 or 1-1 or 3-point difference, and I think that the game will be defined in the last minutes, or in the last play of the game, and maybe the game will play in overtime. And in the second game, the Lakers will play again back-to-back games, where the Lakers will come back to Los Angeles, where they will receive the San Antonio Spurs the next Friday, February 23rd and 22:30 Eastern time. Remember that the Lakers and Spurs have played 2 games. The 2 games were played, and San Antonio were in the first game. The Lakers defeated 122 to 119 to Spurs. I remember that the Lakers had the game defined in the end of the third quarter, but the Lakers relaxed this game in the last quarter, and the Lakers almost lost that game, but it wasn't. But in the second game that they played 2 days after that, the Lakers were humiliated by the Spurs, and they won that game by 14-point difference, 129 to 115. I remember that in that moment, that game was played in the December, between 17 or 15 or December. I remember that the Spurs had 18 games that they couldn't win, and they finished the streak there. So this was a very awkward and humiliated by the Lakers. But I think that in this moment the Spurs are the worst team in the conference, one of the worst team in the league. They have a record of 11-44. They are almost eliminated. They are eliminated. So I think that the Lakers are playing better, and I think that the Lakers will win this game by 10 or more point difference, and the Lakers will win this game and will win the series 2-1. And the Lakers will close the game the next Sunday, February 25th, where they will travel to Phoenix, where they will play against the Phoenix Suns, and 15:30 Eastern time. This is right because remember that the NFL season is over, and there is nothing, there is no football games in Sunday. So it is great that the Lakers play in Sunday, and they play in an early game. So about this game, remember that the Lakers and Suns have played 4 games this season, where the Lakers have won 3 games. The Lakers won the first 3 games. The first one, about the first one in the regular season, they won by 5 points, 100-95 in Los Angeles. The second was a game in the NBA season group stage, where the Lakers traveled to the Suns, and defeated by 3 points, 122-119. It was a very great game, but I remember that the Suns in that game, they were leading by more than 10 points difference in the third quarter on the halftime, and they blew that lead, and the Lakers won that game. And the third one was in the NBA in-season tournament, the quarterfinals, where the Lakers won that game 106-103. But the reason that the Lakers won these 3 games is because they play a very great basketball. But remember that the Suns didn't play completely, because I remember that in that 3 games, just Kevin Durant played, and the other two key players from the Suns, David Booker and Bradley, didn't play. But what happened when they played this year in the 4th game? The Lakers lost by 80 point difference, 109-127, and Los Angeles. Remember that the Suns play a very great basketball, and they outscored the Lakers and outplayed the Lakers all the game, because in that moment the three big players, the big three, where they play where for the Suns played Durant, Booker, and Bradley. So the Lakers were outplayed. So the last game of the season, they will play in Phoenix. Sorry, remember that the Suns have been playing a very great basketball level. They have a record of 33-22. They are in this moment in the 5th place, and they have won 7 games in the last 10 games. So this will be a close game. But to be honest, in this moment, the Suns are better team, and have better players than the Lakers. And the most probably is that the three stars for the Suns are going to play. So I think that unfortunately the Lakers will lose this game by 5 or 10 point difference, and they will finish the week with the record of 2-1. So let's see what happens. So here's one more opinion about what happened yesterday, where the Lakers had an easy game. They defeated 138-122 the Utah Jazz. With this victory, the Lakers finished the week with the record the 2-1. They finished They finished the week with the record of 2-0. They are in this moment with the record 30-29. They are located in the 9th place in the Western Conference. In this moment, they are in the play-in zone, and because tomorrow will start the NBA All-Star weekend, the Lakers will play until 1 week ago. So see you next video, Gibran.